अच्छा हो गया, आवाज ही बंद हो गया. Ready? Hi, today we are at National Health Tech Innovation Conclave organized by APAC News Network. And today we have with us Praveena Gundiah, Commercial Director, Iron Mountain, India. Praveena, thanks for participating in this conference. How has been your experience participating in this conference?
Shovik, I have attended many conferences, and I should say that this is one of the best I have attended. The people who came here were really interested, very senior level people, a lot of folks from the government at very senior level, and they stayed back for a very long time. So I was very happy with that. I also like the kind of very personal and genuine touch that you had in terms of promoting a lot of people inclusivity, that kind of a thing. There was a lot of personal touch involved, and it was very well organized.
If I come to Iron Mountain as a company, as an organization, why you opted for participating in conference? What is the focus area in terms of, if I ask you, healthcare per se?
So, Iron Mountain, as you know, is the largest company in the world in record storage and management. We offer management of information right from the paper records to help to digitize it, convert it into a format that is searchable, and then finally the data center. So, all aspects of information management is what we do. Healthcare is one of the largest markets, and with government putting so much of focus behind digitize, and you've seen the Ayushman Bharat kind of a scheme where everything is to be digitized, everything has to be accessible at on your devices. That's a huge opportunity for us, and that was the reason that we wanted to participate. I was very happy with the willingness that the government is also showing to partner with a lot of private sector people like us. In fact, Dr. Garg also spoke about that it cannot be done single-handedly by the government. It has to be a collaboration. So those were good to hear, and we are all about security, storage, and management of information. So this was the really the right time.
Taking cue from what you have said, that you have heard about the government policymakers talking about the expectation from the private players, and they are encouraging private players to participate more and more. What are your expectations from government? Where do you want to see that more and more collaboration should happen between government and industry, especially if we talk about health tech? What are your expectations as an industry leader?
Yeah, see, the market is so huge, and also the challenges are so huge. What I spoke about in my presentation, data privacy, data security is something that it troubles all of us, and government cannot do this all alone. It has to be in the hands of all of us as individuals, but more importantly, more and more private sector people have to get involved to see how the data is getting managed, how is it secure. There have been too many incidents, especially after COVID, where there have been ransomware attacks, all those kind of things. So data has to be in a format that which is accessible, which is easy to store, but at the same time it has to be stored in an extremely secure way, and that's where the private partnership matters.
Right. Apart from healthcare, which all segments you are focusing on if you talk about India as a market for your company?
So almost anybody who has any kind of paper, any kind of information to store is our customer. So it could be private sector, it could be government, it could be any vertical. But I think the largest is really government is one of the very big sectors. Banking is a very big focus. Healthcare is another focus. So these are, I think, the primary ones.
My last question you will be that, where do you see India 5 years down the line in terms of digital transformation? I know that you also know that India has come a long way since the when it was envisaged, the e-governance program 15-20 years back, and then after 15-20 years we have come to this level that where we are leading in digital transformation. What, according to you, that you can see India 5 years down the line in terms of digital interventions and more digital push?
Well, I think the push is from our prime minister, and he, along with the digital India, is really transforming the entire environment. And you see that in so many sectors. UPI was one that kind of transformed the entire, I should say, banking payment kind of a sector. Now you have healthcare and ABHA and Ayushman Bharat, which is getting transformed with healthcare over here. So we are miles ahead, is all I can say. And even our CEO himself acknowledges that India is one of the fastest growing countries and in one of the most exciting places to do business. So I think just sky's the limit. Our expectations are very high from the India market, and That's the way to go.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was Praveena, and as she has said, that sky is the limit. So let's hope for the best that India leapfrogs and touches that sky in terms of digital transformation. This is Shovik Goswami from APAC News Network. Thank you so much.